Here's the culprit count for this book. Here's the culprit count for all the books. And here's the end of book culprit count. Now, everyone has killed Mr. Body at least once.
Argofont Book Review, Argofont Book Review.
This review was commissioned through Patreon. Patreon, please give me your money. Case 1 is called The Lion Ring, and I wish that had been the title of the book. It would have been amazing. Mustard has the lead pipe, Emil has the candlestick, Plum has the knife, and Miss Scarlet has the revolver. Mr. Body is robbed by Knife, who's robbed by Wrench, who's not Mrs. White. Wrench is attacked by Candlestick, who's attacked by Rope. Who is the culprit? Mrs. White in the conservatory. The two unspecified weapons are Rope and Wrench. We were told Wrench is not White, therefore White is the rope-wielding culprit. This case also requires you to figure out the room where the crime takes place. I think I have the pattern recognized now. If 3 or more rooms are mentioned in a single case, that means part of your deduction is figuring out the room. And that doesn't happen often because there are 9 rooms, so mentioning the 8 rooms that aren't the correct room is kind of unwieldy. Case 2. The guests have a hot air balloon race. They start in alphabetical order and attack each other with weapons. Peacock passes Mustard, then falls on the last. First place drops out, and Plum takes the lead. The person 2 ahead of White goes behind her. The second place person drops out. The third place person wins. Who is it? Colonel Mustard, and I am going to assume that solution is correct without checking it, because no way am I keeping track of everyone's places through more than 7 swaps. Case 3. Mr. Body tells White and Peacock how much his valuable urn is worth. The other guests come in and say a bunch of words that rhyme with urn. That's unbelievable! Mustard steals the urn with the revolver. He's robbed by a woman with a candlestick, who is robbed by a woman who cleans messes, who is robbed by a millionaire, who is robbed by Rope, who is robbed by someone who knows the urn's price. Who is it? Mrs. Peacock with the knife in the observatory. She and White are the only 2 who heard the urn's price. White is the woman who cleans messes, because she's the maid, and she was eliminated halfway through, therefore the culprit is Peacock. Case 4. Everyone lines up to get medicine. Scarlet is first, followed by a dual lover, a female cleaner, Professor Plum, someone, and Mrs. Peacock. Plum trades places with Peacock. The third guest moves to first, the second guest goes last, and the new second guest goes first. What is the order they're standing in? Mustard, White, Peacock, Green, Plum, and Scarlet. The solution doesn't even try to list all the trades. It says to keep track of the trades, and that's all the information it gives. Case 5. A boa constrictor is loose in the mansion. The characters panic while making lots of snake jokes. Mustard has the wrench, White has the revolver, Scarlet has the lead pipe, Peacock has the candlestick, Green has the rope, Plum has the knife. There are 4 trades. Mustard trades with White, Green trades with Plum, Wrench trades with Scarlet, Candlestick trades with Mustard. Mr. Body watches happily as the snake attacks the person with the revolver. The victim begs to be saved 3 times, but Mr. Body just smiles and says, "Aw, the snake is giving you a hug." I like to think that Mr. Body is playing dumb here while getting some long overdue revenge. Who's the victim? Mr. Green in the library. The revolver switched in the first and last trades. Case 6. Someone got ink on their hands while forging Mr. Body's name in between 2 and 2:15. As it turns out, everyone has stained hands. Plum was stained 10 minutes before 2:20. White was stained 40 minutes before 2:25. Mustard and Scarlet were stained 45 minutes before 2:35. Peacock and Green were stained 3 minutes before 2:47. Who did it? Professor Plum is the only one whose time falls between 2 and 2:15, so he's the culprit. Also, he's the first one who was asked about his alibi, so Body technically didn't need to ask the others. Case 7. Mr. Body hides the weapons. Plum finds the revolver, Green finds something, Peacock finds the rope, Scarlet steals the knife and the wrench, Plum robs a woman, someone has the rope and the revolver is stolen, and the guest with 2 weapons finds the last weapon. Who is it? Miss Scarlet In the study, with the lead pipe. She's the only one with 2 weapons. Plum had 2 weapons for a while until his revolver was stolen. Case 8. Everyone eats 6 flavors of ice cream. It's delicious. Plum and White don't eat number 1. Green, White, and Scarlet don't eat number 2. Plum and White don't eat number 3. Scarlet, White, and Plum don't eat number 4. Peacock doesn't eat number 5. White, Peacock, and Green don't eat number 6. Who ate every flavor? Mustard. Case 9. Scarlet has a white glove, Plum has a boxing glove, White has cleaning gloves, Peacock has gardening gloves, Green has pink gloves, and Mustard has a fencing glove. The culprit is not Mustard, and they left behind fingerprints. Who is it? Miss Scarlet. The solution says she's the only one who was not described as wearing 2 gloves, and that's a lie. Plum was described as wearing 1 boxing glove. It's possible he only wore the 1. Yeah, that would be strange, but I wouldn't be surprised if he forgot one of his boxing gloves. Case 10. Mr. Body gets a mummy. Everyone tries to steal the treasure in the sarcophagus. A male has the lead pipe, a female has the wrench, Plum has the candlestick, Scarlet has the rope, a male has the knife, leaving a female with the revolver. It's revealed the sarcophagus is empty. Body says the mummy came to life in order to get revenge on the thieving guests. Body then dresses up like a mummy in order to scare them. The females who aren't Peacock trade, and Body is strangled. Who killed Mr. Body? Mrs. White. The culprit used the rope, that's the only strangling weapon. The females who aren't Peacock traded, so Scarlet traded her rope for White's unknown weapon. The end. Post-book follow-up. This book has 2 ads for other books in the series, as well as an ad for the Werewolf Chronicles #1, Night Creature. What an odd choice for an advertisement. Yeah, this book has a monster in the title, but it's not a mummy story, it's a joke book. The book was okay. There were a good variety of puzzles, but none of them stood out as particularly entertaining like other books. I thought the jokes were good. The jokes were the highlight. If this book was just our heroes goofing off, telling jokes without mysteries, I would be fine with that. The snake jokes and Case 7's jokes were my favorites. I would have made the last puzzle harder, because really, the final puzzle is keep track of 1 trade? After multiple puzzles with over 4 trades, you can do better than that. I give clue number 13, Revenge of the Mummy, a thumbs up.